Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Had a great weekend. Looking forward to a nice week coming up here. Two times to go live this week, Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday is extra help. Thursday is a mandatory live mini lesson. So hopefully you're watching this on Monday. Start planning ahead. Look at your period's time. That's going to be live, mandatory mini lesson. We're going to keep on going with angles this week. And then Friday is a snow day, so nothing to do on Friday. So here we go with angles. Just to recap, complementary angles, dealing with angle relationships. Complementary with a C that have a sum of 90 degrees. So two angles, add them together. 45 plus 45 is 90. 30 plus 60 is 90. Add them together, right? 20 plus 20 plus 50 is 90. Can be two or more. Two angles whose measure have a sum of 180 or are supplementary if they have a sum of 180 degrees. Those are two angle measurements. Okay, so we're going to use these definitions today to write and solve equations. Super exciting, I know. So the other one is two vertical angles. They have a shared vertex. They're across from each other, right? I've said it a bunch the other day. Middle school, elementary school, those two angles are the same angle. We call that in geometry, we call that congruent. So two vertical angles are congruent. That's two in equal sign with a little squiggle on top. So what we're going to do is we're going to identify angle relationships, right? Then we're going to use that angle relationship to write an equation. Let's look at this one. All right, what angle relationship do those two angles have? This one and that one. If you said supplementary, you're on top of it. They make a line. All right. Supplementary means that they add up to 180 degrees. So that's exactly how we are going to write our equation. We're going to add that and say their sum, add them together, is going to add up to 180 degrees. So there's the first part, 2x plus 12, plus, add it to the second angle, 128. Its sum is 180 degrees. So use the definition. Its sum is 180 to write our equation. Now it's a matter of solving it. So here we go. 2x plus 140 equals 180. Combine like terms. Take away the constant. 2x is equal to 40. Divide by 2. X is equal to 40. Now, when we're doing these type of problems, sorry, behind my head, we're doing these type of problems, we have two things. Sometimes it says, what is the value of x? Well, x is equal to 40 in this case. Other times it'll say, right here, what is find x? X is 40. And find the measure of ABD. Now, I can see ABD is that angle right there. Let me show you again. A, B, D, if I trace the letters, I can find that angle, is 2x plus 12. Well, x is 40, so I can substitute it in to say 2 times 40 plus 12. That's what that angle would be. 2 times 40. Sorry, x is not 40. X is 20. 2 times 20 plus 12. So 2 times 20 is 40, plus 12 is 52. So the angle ABD is equal to 52. Okay, so there's our goal. Identify the angle, use the angle definition to, step 2, use the angle definition to write an equation. 3, solve that equation for x. All right, here's our first example as a class, second example, I guess. What types of angles are those? Those are vertical. All right, I'm going to do a quick scroll. Whoop. Vertical angles are always congruent. That means one angle is equal to the other one. So in this case, 2 plus 3x is equal to 62 degrees, and that's where I get my equation. This angle is equal to, let's say 62, 62, because they're vertical angles. All right, now we are solving. So the first thing I did was identify the angle type. The second thing we did was use that relationship to write an equation. So x is equal to 20 degrees, or 20, sorry, not degrees. This one, if I go back, it says find the value of x. So in this case, x is equal to 20. We are done. Okay? Number 2, find the value of x, then determine the measure of the missing angle. So we're going to do 2 different things, all right? First, what type of angle is this? Well, there's the giveaway. That box right there is going to tell me that is complementary. Okay, complementary means if I add those 2 angles together, their sum is equal to 90 degrees. Well, that's exactly how my equation is going to look. I'm going to add those 2 together. 6x plus 4 is the first angle, plus 32 is the second angle. Sum, when I add them together, they are equal to 90 degrees. All right? Combine like terms. 6x plus 36 equals 90. Solve that equation. 6x, 90 minus 36 is 54. Divide by 6. X is equal to 9. Okay? It says determine the missing angle. Now, I'm sure there are someone out there saying, can't I just do 90 minus 32? Yeah, you could. You could. We will have angles in which both of the angles have a variable. So I'm just going to practice plugging it in. So I'm going to take x and plug it in right into that x next to the 6 to get my angle. So 6 times 9 plus 4. 6 times 9 is 54 plus 4. That angle is 58 degrees. So the measure of that angle is 58 degrees. Is that right? Yeah, because 58 plus 32 is 90. All right. Last example here. So what kind of angles are those? Be careful. Those are supplementary. That one is often one where people say, aren't those vertical? Well, I want to look at this really quick. 2, vertical angles have to be the same angle, and one of those is acute, one of those is obtuse. So no, it can't be vertical. And 2, look, they're on the same side of this line right there. So that is going to be supplementary, add up to 180. So here's our equation. Supplementary, add up to 180. X minus 22 is the first angle, plus 135 equals 180. So combine like terms again, negative 22 and 135. So x plus 113 is equal to 180 minus 113. X is equal to 67. Determine the value of x. X is equal to 67. Find the measure of the missing angle. So 67 minus 22. So I plugged it in for that x. 67 minus 22 is 45. Is that true? Yeah, it has to be, because 45 plus 135 is 180, which makes it supplementary. Okay, so you're going to try a couple of these, just a couple on your own. First, you're going to identify the type of angle. 2, write an equation. 3, solve that equation. Okay, if it asks you for the measure of the missing angle, you're going to take that value for x and plug it back in. All right, let's give this first one a try. What is the angle relationship? Good, it is vertical. So remember, vertical angles are congruent. Okay, write the equation for these angles. All right, so 9y plus 7 is equal to, so we're not adding these together because vertical angles are congruent, 2y plus 98. Okay, now solve that equation. All right, we've done this. We have variables on both sides. Minus 7 minus 7. 7y is equal to 91. Divide by 7. Divide by 7. Y is equal to 13. Okay, let's see. Determine the measure of the missing angles. Well, there's two measurements. Since it's a vertical, they're going to be the same. So I'm going to do this one. 2 times 13 plus 98. So 26 plus 98. So the measure of both the angles, since they're vertical, are going to be 124 degrees. All right. Here we go. Problem 2. Write and solve an equation. What is the angle relationship? Yes, it is supplementary. Okay. Write the equation. Now think of the definition of supplementary when you write this equation. X plus 8 plus, what was that? 135 is equal to 180, the sum of those angles. Now solve that equation. So x plus 143 is equal to 180 minus 143. X is equal to 37. Okay, determine that missing angle. So I'll take that x and plug it in. 37 plus 8 is 45 degrees. Okay, last one here. What is the angle relationship? You see that box right there? That tells us complementary. All righty, almost there. Write the equation, use that definition. Complementary means they add up to 90 degrees. Here we go. 5x minus 2 plus 42 equals 90. Here, combining like terms. 5x plus 40 equals 90. 5x is equal to 50. Did that last step divided by 5 in my head. X is equal to 10. Okay, determine the missing angle. Well, 5 times 10 minus 2 is 50 minus 2. Or, that's a bad 8, but 48 degrees. Okay, guys, if you have questions, please let me know. Make sure you plan out your week so you can get to the mandatory live mini lesson on Thursday. Hope you're doing well. Please email me. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.